Oh, hello. Good evening. Right, made it just in time. Oh, let's see. Let's catch up first of all with this Avenger Ryan coming in with a reset. 70 months. Avenger, vielen Dank.
Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Yoda, thank you so much as well for
Good
the
evening
updated.
at Blackbox 711 and chat.
Avenger, thank you so much for the amazing support that you give me here on the streams and on the channel. So Avenger, thank you so much for the 70 months once again. I hope you're doing well. I hope your foot is better. And lovely greetings. Ghost, hello. Lila, hello to you as well. Voyager, moin, wie geht's? HD Simulations. Peter, hello to you. And Ghost. Iowa Scotsman, hello to you as well. How are we doing? Yeah, thanks so much. Yeah, we changed the category. Thanks for the update. Yeah. Yeah, the thing is, I spent so much time today trying to get Microsoft 2024 running, but I eventually gave up. I just couldn't get it running today. Geep, hello to you. Greetings to you. How are you? Lovely to see you. On YouTube, Kupinator, Aviamar, Andre, Krishna, and Young Riles. Hello, good afternoon, guys. Thank you so much for coming in, saying hello. Yeah, so we are today
Welcome aboard the Captain Blackbox.
We'll just wait for the jingle to finish. Luke, hello to you.
Subscribers, please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Good evening. BB711 Beloved, hope you enjoyed Cape Town. The pictures look amazing.
I did indeed, yeah. So Luke, first of all, thank you so much for 59 months. Big round of applause for that as well, guys. Thank you so much, everyone. Yeah, so before I left, so my last stream, I did mention that I have standby duty. And believe it or not, in the morning already, I got a call telling me that I would be flying to Cape Town in the evening. Now, I've not been to South Africa for ages and ages. I mean, like,
could new subscribers please
just wait for this jingle to finish as well. Cannon Plug coming 60 months. Cannon Plug, hello to you. Sorry for the late call.
Flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
My
It
superb
is 5
mathematical
years.
abilities tell me that's 5 year. A real pleasure to have known you and come to your streams all those years.
Thank you so
BB.
much. Cannon Plug, thank you so much for the kind words. Yeah, it is 5 years. Cannon Plug, a huge thank you for the long-term support. Thank you very much for that, Cannon Plug. Andreas, moin to you. Yeah, so I got a call and I couldn't believe it because I said to my wife, I said, there aren't many flights, for the late shift standby to actually be available. And the last thing I would have expected is to get Cape Town. No, so actually, it wasn't my first time to Cape Town. I was actually in Cape Town like 3 or 4 times while I was flying the 747. So a long time ago, we actually had this shuttle flight from Joburg to Cape Town. And so we did have a couple of hours in Cape Town to spend. So I was already on the tabletop. Is it called Tabletop Mountain? God, I forgot. So we always say, I think it's Tabletop Mountain. I've been there. So I've seen a few things, although we didn't really have that much time to spend there. So I've never been on holiday there. However, I'm going to change that because now this time around we had obviously a lot more time available, and we did some amazing tours. I went down to Cape. The Cape of Good Hope, or Cap of Good Hope, as well. So that was also absolutely beautiful. Really nice. Really lovely. Yeah, so people are saying, well, why don't we fly to Cape Town on stream? And I said, well, good idea. Let's do that. So today, what we have here, we have, what's this? Hang on. we have X-Plane 12.2. So that's a cool thing. Looking forward to trying out the latest version. And we'll have a look at the lighting. And I also have map enhancements running. So we should be seeing some lovely scenery going westbound. So the idea is that what I'm going to do, I'm going to fly. Let me just quickly have a look. So I'm going to fly. I think we'll do a kind of a flight around the tabletop mountain, and then we'll do an approach. Now it's going to be 19, I think, today, but we can still do an out of approach into 19, which would be nice. So let me just have a look here. Oh yeah, so of course. Oh no, I did not. No, you're right. Let me just change that. Yeah, Ghost, thanks for reminding me. Hold on. I did file the flight plan, so I have done that, but I've not logged in yet. Let me just change that. Yeah, so the thing is, obviously, there is always some interesting procedures when it comes to Africa. It's not easy, really, to fly across Africa, the African continent. There's so many different procedures, and it's just the fact that really it's uncontrolled airspace mostly. There's just huge, vast areas of airspace, Gulf, uncontrolled airspace. So obviously, it is really vitally critical to follow procedures and to listen in on the in-flight broadcast frequency to make sure that you keep separated from other aircraft, right? Oh, hang on. Sorry. Yeah, I need to. Yeah, thanks for that. And gone. There we go. That quickly. Yeah, thanks, Peter. We're in XP 12.2. Yeah, across the sandbox. Yeah, so obviously one thing that's obviously not so nice is the fact that we fly at nighttime, so we don't really see much of Africa, which I'd love to do. I'd love to fly daytime over at Africa, to be honest, to see the the deserts and the green belt, etc. Yeah, exactly, Ghost. Yeah, I saw the approach as well. Yeah. Let me just check here. So if we go to Cape Town, we can do the approaches there. So we have, so we've got the Zulu approach. I think it was a Yankee, wasn't it? Well, actually, no, hang on. That's a nice approach as well, right? So that's a nice approach. So what we could do is we could fly around Tabletop Mountain, and then let's have a quick look here. Yeah, this one's quite boring though. That's a straight-in approach. So actually, let's try that, and then we'll take a bit more fuel, do a nice scenic flyby here, and then we'll come back and fly the approach again. Yeah. Yeah, so Voyager, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so obviously when we change flight levels, or when we have crossing traffic, when we avoid thunderstorms, we switch on landing lights. Yeah, we do. Hey, Axel. No, so Mr. Anderson, I am actually using map enhancements. So as far as I can see, it's running. It's not giving me any error messages, so we'll see how that works. Yeah, somebody else was asking about performance. Honestly, right now I can hear the GPU is really relaxed, because normally in X-Plane 12 it's quite running quite high with the cooling fans, but right now, nice 60 FPS locked with VSync. And so we'll see. GPU is at 63%, CPU at 19% right now. Do you have an upgrade? No. So one of the big advantages of the 12.12, so 12.2, not 12.12, 12.2, is the fact that the lighting is a bit different now. So the cockpits in general will be brighter. Yeah. So So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what the future brings, right? Right, let's get both all three batteries on. Quickly check that we have everything as it should be. That looks good. Flap lever, spoilers, landing gear lever, Vipers. Right, then let's go. You were messing with the route earlier, and you can't put a star direct to Auckland from Air Class. I think it's called. Yeah. We'll have a look. I'm sure that we can find something. Now, in real life, in IRL right now, if you go and look at the NOTAMs, let me quickly have a look here. Oh, hang on. Let me just download the SimBrief downloader. Downloader. Right, just need to download the flight plans here. So charts, and then we should have it now. There it is. So in the NOTAMs, if I'm not completely mistaken, it will tell you something that the star or the stars are not active right now. So for us, just quickly have a look where we find Cape Town. There we go. So Cape Town, taxiways, cranes, obstacles, stop bar, yeah. There. Yeah, so there's departures. So some departures are deactivated, but also there we go. So these are all the SIDs deactivated, suspended, and then we had the arrivals suspended as well. Have a look here. So actually right now, these RMP approaches are actually suspended. So IRL, that's why we didn't even have the option to fly the RMP approaches. Yeah, here we go. So Star, Airbus, 1 Bravo, runway 19 is also suspended. Yeah, so yeah, they've suspended all kinds of stuff there at the moment. That's why we kind of got radar vectors after Airbus. So Airbus, and then we got radar vectors for the approach 19. That's what we had been offered. Cool. Alrighty. Let me quickly do the preparations, and then we'll talk a little bit chit-chat about these interesting procedures. Now, so the thing is that one of the big issues is that every country has some different procedures, and but one of the big advantages now compared to when I was flying the 747, a lot of the countries in Africa actually have CPDLC now. And so CPDLC means that it's really, really kind of easy to do position reportings and also communicate with ATC that way. Again, they don't give you control, so that they're not going to give you clear instructions or clearances, but they will advise you regarding other traffic, regarding separation, and there's a lot of things to consider. For example, a lot of these airspaces have a lateral separation of 20 minutes between aircraft. So you can imagine if you got several heavies, at either the same level or near the same levels, it can be a nightmare. And then with the hatch season, sometimes I think this year's in June. You have lots of crossing traffic, or we had traffic, Etihad and Emirates going cross from the Emirates, Near East going towards South America, So lots of crossing traffic as well to consider. So yeah, it's just where you have to really, keep your ears peeled. And we'll talk about the in-flight broadcast procedure as well. I'll give you some examples. Hey, Gustavo. Oh, Gustavo, yeah. I hope... Well, I mean, yeah, I know what you mean regarding the cockpit textures. I agree. I can only hope that things will gradually improve as well in that regard. It's a slow process, but to be honest, I mean, Microsoft 2024, like I said today, it's causing me so many headaches. I just couldn't get it running today. If I take out all the add-ons, so if I have a clean community folder, it's all fine. Then it's running. But as soon as I take on some add-ons, it just doesn't load anymore. So I have to find the culprit. Right, so here we go. Loaded completely. Hey, Organ Aviator. Honestly, guys, I just came back yesterday morning. Actually, no, sorry, yesterday noon I was home here back in Bremen. And man, I was so tired yesterday. And even this morning when I got up, I was so tired. And then, yeah, around noontime, I started messing about with Microsoft 2024 and then here in updating X-Plane, etc. Make sure that everything's up to date. And then I didn't have any time to try out X-Plane 12 yet. So this is literally the first time that I'll be flying it, and we'll have a look together about performance, lighting, etc. All right. So anything else in here? Let's put 22.8 here already. Hey, easy. Big hits. So the flight time is about 2 hours, isn't it? Yeah, 1 hour 50. So we do have some time during the flight to talk about some stuff regarding Africa operations. So like I said, it's amazing. It's really fascinating, but also it's one of those flights where literally you just do something all the time. You never just like, let's say compared to the North Atlantic flights where you logged on, CPDLC, everything's running nicely, and you just monitor, you sit back, monitor. There's not really much to worry about, right? But Africa Ops, you constantly check other traffic, you listen in, and we actually had a scare coming back. We actually a little kind of a scare from one of the aircraft. But we'll talk about that as well during the flight. And yeah, that could have caused us some more headaches, but luckily we managed to get that sorted quickly. Yeah, Gustavo, take care. Hope you're doing well. All right, cool. So that's that. Oh, hang on. Why is my... Hold on. Where's my... How come my Windwing FCU doesn't work? Right, file, open, and it should be Toliss, right? A330NEO, open, okay. Assign, okay. Run. Ah, there we go. Now it's working. Ha, cool. Excellent. Mr. Anderson, you're also having issues 2024? Oh, yeah, really? Yeah, so it's weird. Like I said, I could load in with the Cessna 172 without having anything else in the community folder. But as soon as I put something in the community folder, it just, I can get into the menu, but if I try to load into an airport, then yeah, it just keeps loading. It has the loading prompt at the bottom, and but it just, it never loads in. It's really weird. So let's have a look. Wind data, data. Winds, wind request. Cruise wind, descent wind. Wonderful. So the winds are all in. Excellent. And we have, let's have a look here. Okay, interesting, Mr. Anderson. Yeah, well, that's interesting because I sometimes think it's just me. It's just but I don't know why. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, right? So it's so frustrating. Cool. All right. So expecting zero fuel weight 164.5, and then takeoff weight 182 point something there. Okay, so that looks pretty good actually. Let's have loading. So block fuel. Oops, block fuel should be. Let's put that up here, and then let's quickly look at the flight data here with the fuel. There we go. So we should be having 18.8 block fuel. That's good. And zero fuel weight 164.5. Perfect. All right. So apply. Then we should be good. Yeah, looking good. All right. The alternate we put in today. Let's see what we got. Fox Alpha Uniform Papa, 5.2 tons. So let's put 5.2 tons in here. That's that. Right, so init A page, init B page, we got flight plan to go. Now we don't have ATC in here, so let me have a look if I can call up some weather infos. So let's have a look. Departure, weather ATIS. So let's do this. Actually, can't do that. So let's get the meter. Nicolas, hello. When we will see the feelers? Well, Nico, again, let's try the first of all. Let's see how 12.2 is actually running. If it's running stable. Hey, do it again. If it's running stable, then happy to to go on from there. Why is there so much weather? Right, so here we go. We got 1022. Cavalcade 17 degrees and the wind is 200 at 5. Okay, so that means we'll go with 2-1. 2-1 and we filed the Ragul 3 Bravo from runway 21 right. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? So let's have a look here. Airport. Yeah, 2-1 right. Yeah, I think they land on the 2-1 left or 3 right, and they depart on this runway. This should be longer. Yeah, 4,400 meters. VRAM. Okay, so let's have a look. VRAM. How do I find out VRAM right now? Oh yeah, hang on. Let me just try that. Task manager, task bar, task manager. Right, task manager. Let's go performance, GPU. Right, there you go. So GPU right now, VRAM is, as far as I can see, 12, hang on, no, here, it's 10.2, isn't it, from 24. I think it's this value. Yeah, so right now it's not too bad, to be honest. Not too bad, I would say. Cool. So we set 2-1 right for departure, 2-1 right. And we said it's going to be the Ragul 3 Bravo departure. So then we have our routing to Aldas. And again, what we'll do, we'll leave a discontinuity in here. And then we're going to plan for the RMP. I think that was a Zulu approach, wasn't it? Yeah, let's do the Zulu 19. I mean, this should be fun to fly, right? Yeah, it should be fun to fly. All right, so we'll do that. Zulu 19. And the approach, let's do that. Let's do the approach via Auckland, okay. However, what we're going to do is we're going to go and clear those waypoints out until 412, okay. Well, let's leave 414 in as well.
Johannesburg traffic stream mark 234 heavy request radio check.
Read it loud and clear.
Dankeschön.
Bitteschön. You got a loss of texture resolution and then a message in the settings. Okay, no, I mean, maybe I could even do more, but right now I don't really see well, the textures are fine for me, and again I've just have so beautiful smooth FPS right now, which is great. Yeah, so what I'm thinking of doing is when we do the approach, right? So I'm going to go initially just visual around Tabletop Mountain, little sightseeing, and then we'll come around here, and then probably intercept Charlie Tango 412 here, initial approach fix. So probably I'll even take this one out later as well, and then we'll shoot the approach here. That's my plan. I'm not saying it's a good plan, but that's my plan, okay? Hey, boarding to gate, hello to you. Cupinator, is there a planned date for the VFA flight in Denmark? I mean, I'm always open for it, that's for sure. It's right now, though, weirdly enough, I have a lot of duty. However, end of the month until mid-May, I've got free time again. So there's a lot of free time then. And maybe, without doing too much promises, but maybe sometime around Easter time. So the Easter holidays. So maybe then as well. Just to know, boarding to gate is grammatically... Well, I mean... yeah, I don't see why not, right? Yeah, right now, no ATC, that's right. So we should be okay doing that. Now, also, the thing is, though, what was sad, on our departure day, we actually had 01 in use. And also, the weather was really rainy in the morning and later in the late afternoon. It cleared up a little bit, but we couldn't really see Tabletop Mountain. So normally, if you have beautiful weather and you have 19 in use, what you get usually is a departure around Tabletop Mountain. So the thing you have to worry about really is to make sure you stay clear of the terrain in a manner that it doesn't cause any GPWS responses. So that way, you just have a nice sightseeing departure, which is great. Cool. So we've done that. Secondary. Let's copy the active. And we can do a quick return. Let's do that. FAOR. There we go. And then we'll do the landing 21 left Zulu ILS. No star, no via. Cool. What else? Diffrips. Performance. Right, take it performance. Yeah. You have to realize that. It's a very high elevation airport here. Hey, Buddy. I was wondering when you're going to drop by. Buddy has kept
Thank
his...
you for your kind donation, and please join us on the captain's table.
Yeah, so Buddy,
The
thanks.
deal was an A340 or DC-6.
Almost.
For my level up day, on my way home from a small party for me. Here is some money for a lovely giveaway.
Thank you so much. So first of all, Buddy, happy birthday to you guys. Big spam here for the birthday boy, Buddy93. Buddy coming in with a €50 donation as well for a giveaway. We'll do that today. We'll do that on Twitch, okay? Later on. So yeah, I hope a 330 counts, Buddy. I hope that's okay with you. And then if not, we'll do maybe a group flight sometime in the near future. Yeah, happy birthday once again, Buddy. I hope you're doing well. Best wishes. Alles Gute. And once again, thank you so much for the very generous €50 donation. That's really, really kind. I know how that much, how that, well, that is much money for you. So thank you so much, Buddy, once again. How am I liking the 9800 X3? Actually, it's fine, yeah. Yeah, Buddy, yeah, we'll do that, all right? So you let me know your choice of routing, Buddy. As long as it's not longer than 2 hours, okay? We're not doing a long-range flight, but like up to 2 hours, up to for anything that we want to do, okay? So let me know, and then we'll do a group flight in your honor, okay? Cool. 2-1 right. Yeah, we did say
Johannesburg traffic, Springbok 234 heavy.
it's 5,500 meters.
Facing east on Delta.
So 5,500 feet elevation. That is a lot, right? Full length, wind, temperature, QNH. That was 1022, wasn't it? Yeah, 1022. Fantastic. 22. Wonderful. Yeah, Buddy, fantastic. Yeah, let me know. And then we'll do something. Dry runway, anti-ice off, takeoff weight. Let's do a bit higher. Let's do that just so in case we don't use that much taxi fuel. 183.7 CG flex config auto air conditioning off. Actually, let's do air conditioning on. Let's see how that works. Compute. So it gives us still flex 52. So again, those Neo engines are quite powerful. And I can tell you that for us, for our 787 departing out of Cape Town is at sea level or pretty much sea level. And temperature was only like 19 degrees, but we still had to get out with max power. We couldn't flex, or we couldn't do any assumed temperature methods. Maximus, no, right now, all good. We'll see once we start the engines and start taxiing how that works. Oh, okay, Buddy. Well, at least that. I'm happy to hear that your prof invited you for dinner. Okay, cool, Buddy. Yeah, enjoy that. Have a nice drink on your birthday. Yeah, Josh. The thing is though, the penguins, they were nice, Josh, but it's really only half the truth. because it's very touristy, right? So you have to pay 200 Rand, so that's about 10 euros entry fee. And then it's kind of an elevated wooden pier, if you like a pier. And so you walk on that pier over the beach, and below you have these penguins. But there was a lot of people there, a lot of people. So I kind of felt sorry for the penguins. Yeah. They were lovely, buddy. Yeah, the penguins were really lovely. But I like I said, I felt sorry for them because it was just so many tourists there watching, and they were taking pictures, and they're pretty loud as well. I don't know. It just looked felt a bit weird. So let's enter that 52. We got what? Oh, is it C? No. Oh man, what was the? Or F52 for Flex 52. I think you have to put them like that. Yeah, there we go. Then we got 1 plus F, so 1 and trim. Trim. Well, we'll see later, I guess. Oh, up to here we go. Up 2.5. Found it. Okay, up 2.5. There we go. Oh, really? Do they really? So penguins see humans as penguins because we also walk on 2 legs. Okay. But the penguins look quite funny when they walk. Or run, I should say. I should have taken one home? Nah. Right, transition 8000. We have, let's see, do we have NADP 1 or NADP 2? It's the tuxedo, yeah. Well, then we do look like penguins, that's true. I agree on that. So I do have some infos for Johannesburg. So it's NADP 2. And engine acceleration is 7,100. So let's do that then. So we have 6560. And then 7,100 engine acceleration.
Johannesburg traffic, Springbok 234 heavy taxiing holding point Alpha 21 right via Delta and Alpha.
Right, let's have a look. Oh, we've got some other aircraft in here as well. Right, so who's taxiing? Where? Oh, here we go. That's an Aeroflot delivery from me. Lol. And goes in a tiny 737. Where's the 7? Oh, back there? Is that you then? Yeah, I can see a 737 back here. Oh, no, but that's the 319 though. Man, is the model matching that bad here in X-Plane still? Blimey. Alrighty, so we've done everything. So quick briefing. So for Joburg departure. Let's quickly do the 3 Bravo. Okay, hang on, buddy. Thanks. So you posted your logo. Hang on. Where did you post that? Oh, there we go. Okay, lol. Okay, let me show you guys. Hang on. So AirPlay. Hang on. Let me just... am I allowed to show that? Yeah, you posted that anyways in the Discord, right? There you go. So you have this in your lab. That's great. That looks really cool. Well, there you go. That explains you like penguins. Excellent. Alrighty. In the lab and the office, nice. GG's. Cool. Alrighty. So the taxi out, first of all, taxi out will be pushback, taxi out, probably Echo, then Alpha, full length, runway 21 right. Hot spots here at hotel and at the end there. Otherwise, all good. Departure was the Ragu 3 Bravo, which will take us runway track to 90 Juliet Sierra Victor. We're going to put that into the box in a second. Turn right 291 degrees track and then intercept Juliet Sierra Victor 262 to Ragul. All right, and climb to 8,000 initially, which isn't very high, is it? Because the elevation is already 5,500. And then it's flight planned. Cool. All right, excellent. Nice. Fuel-wise, we have 15 minutes extra fuel. Weather currently beautiful, no threats as far as I can see. So Cape Town is 1013, 18 degrees, but Cabo Cape to 2811 currently. So yeah, good weather. Nice. $8.7, what did I? Hang on, let me just check something. Maybe I misread the chart there. Hey, hold on. You have 8,700. No, I have 8,000 here. So Juliet Sierra Victor. And then we should be starting APU and get ready. All right, doors are closed. Let's get rid of the chocks as well. Wait for the ground power until the APU started, obviously. Yeah, in the meantime, let me show you when we approached Cape Town. So it'll be interesting to see how that looks today on here on the map enhancements. Yeah, and then once we pass that that ridge line there, looking out towards Cape Town and the Atlantic, yeah, you have less terrain. So yeah, will be interesting. Will be interesting to see how that looks today. It was. I mean, we were really lucky as well that we had such good, beautiful weather as well. It's very quiet outside. Hang on, what's happening with the sounds? Hold on. Sounds.
Johannesburg traffic, Springbok 234, lining up 21 right via Alpha.
Oh, have a good flight. Right, APU is available. Get rid of the ground power. And then let's pre-plan the pushback. So let's push us back far enough. Let's go here and here.
Grounded cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready. Grounded cockpit, tow is driving up.
All right. Let's get the rest of the items going and then we'll read checklists.
Johannesburg traffic stream of 234 departing 21 right, complying with the Lanceria 1 Charlie departure climb flight level 360. Last call.
Good. Now, where was my A330 checklist again? That's, not even sure if I downloaded those. Have a look here online. A330
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
checklist PDF. Let's have a look. Oh, it's already downloaded. Hang on. Ghost, what? You're pushing as well? Ah, come on. Hang on. Oh, so it just departed there. Beautiful. Right, let me just quickly have a look here. Have a good flight. Right, we have oh, these are the menus again, complete with that. It's not really. All right, let's do pre-startup. Although no, hang on, disregard. Yeah, it's like sometimes I wonder why they call it checklists if in fact they there we go. Let's do this one. Yeah, Ghost, I'm going to wait for you then, Ghost. You just push back and then I'll wait for you. That's fine. All right, I'm going to take this one here then. So, cockpit preparation checklist. We have gear pins, covers removed. Fuel quantity, 18,800 kilograms. And balanced. Then we have seat belts on. ADIRS. NAF. And the bar ref is 1022. 3 times set. Checked. Cool. Then let's do the before start items. Fuel pumps are on. Squawking 2000. Doors closed. Windows doors closed. Fantastic. 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 All right. So then we got before start. Park brake is set. We have takeoff speed thrust 147, 147, 148. Flex 52. Windows closed, beacon is on, and that's the before start check is complete. What? Okay. Quite looks nice, or looks quite nice with the windmilling there. Very nice. Hey, MA or Manflex SLS, how are you doing? Nice to see you. I'm doing well. Hope you too. All right, so he's taxiing, fantastic. till he passes.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go. Connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake. Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Wonderful. Whoop. Hello, hello. Lol. Okay. So a few pumps are on. We've got APU bleed on, engine start. Starting engine 1. Man, why are they not at idle? There we go, safety settings. I may have to try those notches later. So let's do engine 2 start. Hey, Captain Virgin. Yeah, that was a bit weird initial.
Operations complete. That's parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
That looks like a good engine start. Let's check here, but it's still the start process right now. So wait, now it's available. Let's do the after start flows. We did say flaps 1. Let's do a flight control check. Up, down, neutral, left, right, neutral, rudder, left, right, neutral. Waiting for the pushback truck to leave.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the left. We'll see you next time. Have a safe flight.
Thank you very much. So again, we'll taxi out here, next left on Alpha. Wonderful. And then we should be able to see Ghost departing. That's a huge pushback truck. Crikey. There's all clear. Joburg traffic. Springbok 711 taxiing Foxtrot Alpha, holding point 21 right in Joburg. Taxi light on, turn off lights on. Off we go, let's see. Heavy aircraft, it seems. That's loud. Hey, here, say hello to you. Nice to see you. How are you? There's Ghost at the end. Let's make sure we overshoot a little bit here. Big jet. Right, let's increase the speed a bit. Auto brake max. Radar on. PWS on. And takeoff config test. Normal. After start checkers. We didn't read the after start test. Right, anti-eyes off. ACAM status checked. Pitch trim. Yeah, 2.8 up, and rudder trim is 0. And or neutral, and that's the after start checklist complete. Then we have the taxi checklist. Flight controls checked. Flap setting config 1 + F. Radar PWS is on and auto. Engine mode selector is normal. And the ECAM mode takeoff no blue, and that's the taxi checklist complete. Takes a lot of power to move. On one hand, it's nice to see that we have clear weather so that we can see lots of ground textures. On the other hand, it would have been nice to have some clouds. Because, I mean, they did improve the clouds as well here in 12.2. Ella Aviation, hello to you. I'm doing well. How are you? Oh, Ghost is waiting for us. Ah. Ah, okay, I see. Yeah, you want to wait for the mountain tour. Fantastic. Cool. Alrighty-o, then we're going to wait. Actually, we're going to line up straight away. Let's put terrain on nav display here. The rest looks good. Landing lights on. Let's put the strobes on. And then we'll read one more checklist, and then we're good to go. What time is it? It's pretty much an hour after stream starts. So it's always the same, like we always start like 1 hour. Then we may be a couple of minutes late for the group flight, but we'll see. Joburg traffic, Springbok 711 lining up departing 21 right in Joburg. So we'll slow down a bit more because obviously you don't want to go too fast around the corners here. So 10 knots really is what you should be doing max. Checking the approach sector. Let's put TCAS on as well. Then chrono to run. And a nice and sharp turn here onto the runway. Aviation, you were... Oh, you were ill. Okay. Hope all is good now. Hope you're doing better. Right, cool. Let's have a look. Oh, hang on. Sterile. Does that make sense? Yeah, that's all right. Cool. Let's do this. Takeoff. Chrono started. Manflex 52 SAS runway auto thrust blue. Yeah, see you in Cape Town. Thrust set. Lag here. Well, actually, it's 100 knots here, isn't it? 100 knots. I love how it's accelerated so slowly. V1, V1, rotate, and all because of the thin air. There's a lag again. Watch the pitch, then airborne, positive rate, gear up, and enough. Thrust climb, out blue. Now my thrust levers are not exactly configured yet. Let me just have a look here. So that should be... Right, that's better. And then we have the Flex MCT at 86. Perfect. Safe. Alright, cool. Flaps 0. Speed checked. Flaps 0. Outstar. Let me climb up. Let's do 300 initially. Thrust climb, climb out blue. 30,000. No, I'm not using any sound packs for the A330, no. Alright, standard set. Autopilot on. Just going to dial down the internal sounds just a tad. There we go. Quite a sharp turn here. Ooh, it's low. Ah, we've got some clouds in the distance there. Okay, interesting. So there's no after takeoff checklist. And 10,000 feet above the ground here. So we'll go landing lights, seatbelts auto, turn off lights off. Secondary, gonna copy the active. Rat nav clear. Let's have a look. Optimum level is 290. So 400 is well, max is 404. Well, actually, what we'll do, we'll go 380 initially. So here we got out cruise in blue and flight level 380. Yeah, Joburg is a huge city. Blimey. Well, it is a bit laggy, but I'm not sure if it's due to the fact that we have so much autogen right now on the ground here. So I'm using SimHaven for the overlay stuff. So we have map enhancements for the ortho, but SimHaven for the autogen. But the cool thing is, at least you get some nice idea about the ground textures in general on this routing. The Toliss, the A330, I'm not sure. I mean, I know XP12 is in beta, but the Toliss 330, I don't think so. HD simulation, honestly, I don't think there's much difference between the two, but for me, it just downloads fine without it actually causing issues with my upload rate, because that's an issue I had with Auto. There, I just couldn't stream at the same time. Departure? Well, you mean the runway ghost? No. Or the weather. The weather was fine. I didn't really feel any turbulence. No, I didn't feel any larger turbulence. No. Oh yeah, Microsoft weather, yeah, for sure. For sure, 100%, yeah. I totally agree. All right. Yeah, so like I was saying, getting Cape Town rotation out of standby duty is an absolute lucky draw. That was very lucky. Nevertheless, I mean, while we do have lots of study material and even a computer-based training program for Africa operations, it's still a lot of reading that you have to do. So let me have a look what I can show you. So here, for example, so this is what I actually use as well. I mean, so these are some special charts that they're called planning charts. They do cost a bit of a fee, monthly fee or yearly fee, but at least that way, you get some compressed info. So the routing took us overhead Italy, so Milan. We came across Corsica, Sardinia, and then we came just past Tunis, and then we have to avoid Tripoli airspace right now. That's closed airspace for us. So then we moved along here. We entered into, there's a short portion here near me, airspace, but you can see already they do have SEPA DLC. But I did note down, so we couldn't contact them initially on SEPA DLC, and I tried several times on the published frequencies, HF and VHF, to contact them no joy. I managed to reach them just prior to getting into Germana airspace. And again, so this airspace from here onwards, it's uncontrolled airspace, Gulf airspace. Yeah, I did get in contact with Germana. They did answer promptly. Also, the CPDLC worked perfectly fine. And then we moved down past Germana Airport. And then, yeah, we got into Brazzaville airspace, moving southbound. So we're talking here up to get down to the boundary, to Niamey. That's like 3 hours flight time, right? So to give an idea, you know, here we got Port Harcourt, Accra, right? So you can see the coastline of Africa there. It's a vast area. It's a big country. So yeah, so that was our routing there down towards the south, and then yeah, Brazzaville again. Nice changeover with CPDLC. They did answer as well. The problem is that yeah, Africa is definitely huge. The problem that we have is once we enter or leave Algiers, it's starting to get problematic regarding alternate airports. So really the only airports, I mean, you could use Germana if you really have an emergency, like, you know, fire or smoke on board or something, you'd try that. But otherwise, you know, for medical reasons or, you know, you just would not land in Germana, right? So the nearest airports are like Lagos, Port Harcourt, Douala, maybe Libreville at some point, but again, the airports at the coastline, right? So mainland, there is just nothing really, you know, you can choose. So we're talking as well. So actually, some of these areas now, some of these routing parts are actually ETOPS for us. ETOPS, not because of water, but simply because of the fact that we have so little airports available for us for landing. And remember, guys, the ETOPS criteria regarding ETOPS alternates, etc., right? They do not only include things like weather, but also operational aspects, right? So, you know, runway available, the nav aids available, fuel available. A lot of these airports actually are very restricted regarding fueling. So it is very restrictive, right? Yeah, then Brazzaville, we went into Kinshasa, and then once we get towards Windhoek, it was obviously then Windhoek again is VHF coverage, so normal voice procedures, yeah, and then getting to Joburg FIR, and then into the Cape Town FIR. So this portion, though, I mean, let me go find another info here to give you an idea. So this shows the CPDLC coverage, right? So you can see that quite a lot of countries there actually have CPDLC. It's just the mid part, right? Windhoek also doesn't have CPDLC, but again, Windhoek has VHF contact, so you know. But the rest, like Luanda, Kinshasa, Brazzaville, N'Djamena, Niamey, even Kano, they have CPDLC, which is great. That really helps. I remember back in my days when I was a first officer, it was literally all the way until we got into Windhoek or Johannesburg FIR. It was, or maybe Gaborone as well, VHF, but there was just so much HF where you have to, you know, do so many reports. So that was quite tough. Yeah, I was then also saying that you have in-flight broadcast procedures. So there's a clear defined area where you actually do in-flight broadcast. And this will be the area, for example, right? So obviously Tripoli we don't do. So as we get into Niamey, right? Niamey is already in-flight broadcast territory. So you do in-flight broadcasts all the way down to the Windhoek boundary. And then there's some clear regulations regarding the whoops, oh, hang on, regarding the procedure, right? So broadcast intervals, it will be 10 minutes before entering an FAOR, right? And then 10 minutes prior to crossing or joining an ATS routing or crossing an airway or waypoint. Latest every 20 minutes you do a report. You do a report before changing a flight level and upon reaching the intended flight level. Right? And at the other time, which is considered by the pilot, right? So how does that look like? So there again, you have a clear wording, right? So for example, you would say all stations, this is Springbok 711 in the let's say that's the Kinshasa FAOR. Current position Oteba at time 1425. Flight level 380. We are southwest bound on the airway Uniform Quebec 10. We're estimating APMIN time 1438. Next Evezi Springbok 711 flight level 380 in the Kinshasa FAOR southwest bound. So the thing is that that's me reporting, okay? Now imagine, so 1 to 6.9 would be the frequency that you would have selected. Now imagine you have 10 aircraft around you on the same way or coming opposite or crossing, and so you have to constantly listen in and then check your time over the next waypoints, and then have a look at what time the other aircraft may cross your flight path, right? And what flight level they have. So, of course, when you have aircraft at the same level, on the same routing or crossing routing, you have to be really careful. Again, it's just uncontrolled airspace. So whenever you have a conflict, a potential conflict, you have to take early actions. So either do a change in flight direction, flight path, change flight level if you can, if that's an option, and talk to the other aircraft. Right, you have to coordinate between the aircraft then. So this is one thing. Now, if you have thunderstorms that you start avoiding, things can get really chaotic, because obviously if you have some huge cells and only one little gap, well, guess what, right? All aircraft on your routing or opposite, they will try to go through that gap. So then again, all these estimates are going to be difficult to kind of follow, and things can get really hectic. So this is really intense. Now, of course, air traffic control. Now, apparently they don't have radar, right? So they can only they try to track the flights as well. They can give you some assistance, right? Some infos, and help to deconflict. But again, right, you are in uncontrolled airspace. So anything they say, you can consider. But again, it's in your own responsibility. So every commander, every flight crew is responsible for separating with other aircraft. Airbus 320, hello. And that makes it, of course, somewhat special, right? It makes it intense. And there can be some phases. We had a phase as we crossed like into Kinshasa, southbound. It became a bit quieter because most traffic was already crossed. So, you know, let's say you have traffic from South America going to the Near East. They would normally be already, you know, further north. So at some point, so let's have a look here. So normally, so here's Tripoli, here's Algiers. So normally the most traffic that you have crossing is about here. All right, maybe Brazzaville still a bit there, but usually once you get south of this point, then there's not so much crossing traffic anymore. It'll be traffic coming opposite maybe or going your way. But and also you see Joburg is here, so at some point near Kinshasa, traffic going towards Johannesburg, they will leave your airway, your routing anyway. So so this portion here is actually a lot quieter. Now, one interesting thing here as well is weather, obviously. Now, right now, I would assume we do have some activity, some convective activity. Oh no, you've got to be kidding me. Well, good thing we have autosave. Right. Well, just as we're getting interesting regarding weather, look at these thunderstorms. Crazy. Right. Yeah. Let's restart. Let's have a look where we had autosave. Yeah. Like so that was the routing down towards Cape Town, but also going up again. So imagine here if you faced with this weather. If you're faced with this kind of weather, right, trying to find a gap, good luck, right? I mean, let me have a look at well, this is satellite enhanced, so let me have a look. Radar classic. Let's have a look. Satellite. There we go. Okay, let's try this. So here now that's infrared. So now you can see a little bit more the big cells. So I would assume you can get through this part here, but you can imagine because and by the way, how high do you reckon these clouds are? What would you guess? Yep, indeed. No, indeed, 50,000 feet. Actually, the tops that we had indicated was level 550, 55,000 feet. So what we call this is the intertropical convergence zone, right? It separates the northern hemisphere from the weather in the southern hemisphere. And you can see that once you pass that conversion zone, it really clears up, right? It is just when you are in that intertropical conversion zone, that's when you have these tremendous thunderstorms. All right, so so you can imagine this also adds a lot to your workload. All right. And this is a huge, we're talking about approximately 3 to 4, well, let's say 3 hours flight time, right? Beginning to end. So this portion here, right? That's about three hours flight time. You can't fly over it. No way. No way. And you can imagine, so even if you find a gap, right? If you find a gap here, you're still going to be in the clouds, and there's still going to be some convection. Right. So if we let's animate this. Let's see how it moves. So that's like half an hour movements. Right, so they do move quickly as well. All right, so so that's definitely, you know, a concern to us, right? And they do, of course, once he gets past, let's say, 11 o'clock in the evening, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the evening, it does quiet down again, right? So those thunderstorms, they have those, you know, dissipation or dissipating stages where they will again just disappear again through the night. So it wasn't such a big case coming towards Cape Town. So there's only some smaller cells, but going northbound, we were there a lot earlier. All right, so we went through this area when it was actually quite active, and no joke, it was active. It was active. It was blimey. It was fascinating. So, hey Voyager, really in 10 days? Nice. Where are you going? On holiday, obviously, but. Thomas says using XP12 and a 5K monitor, but sadly RTX 3090. Less powerful. Yeah, yeah. Again, I have to find some or get more experience regarding you know, performance stuff, SimHaven. But right now, it's okay. It's not running badly at all. Good FPS, smooth, and again, you can see from the tiles here, we are running map enhancement. Oh yeah, you're right. I disconnected from VATSIM. Thanks, Ghost. Yeah, should be online again. And from YouTube, really? Huh? Oh, you had to reload. Okay. Yeah, but it should be okay now. Yeah, so Ghost, I had to reload. I had to crash the desktop, so I had to reload the autosave, and the autosave was like a couple of minutes prior. So, okay, Axel. So the cells, they go up to about 55,000 feet. I mean, they can go even to 60,000 feet. But on our chart, I'm trying to find some charts for you guys. Let me have a look at some significant weather charts. Yeah, here we go. So, so here, for example, it tells you occasional, you know, CBs up to level 510. Yeah, so again, no joke. These things go really, really high. Okay, Voyager. Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Voyager. Yeah, so again, you know, the combination of the fact that the airspace is uncontrolled mostly over Africa, you have to monitor the progress of other aircraft around you. You have to make sure that you deconflict between other aircraft, and on top of that, you have a bad weather zone where, you know, every day literally you have lots of thunderstorms, right? So that does cause a lot of workload. And on top of that, right, you still have to monitor your progress, look at your en route weather, look at your ETOPS alternates, make sure they are still, you know, valid. There's just a lot of things to do. So, you know, if people are wondering what do we do in flight, right? we honestly, we don't really get bored on these flights. I can definitely tell you, you know, for me, having the overall responsibility for everyone on board, I was busy, and I just kept myself busy. So compare that to other flights over the Atlantic. So the flights over the Atlantic definitely are a lot quieter. Ghost, are you paused? Or am I that fast? Hang on, what's happening here? No, you like paused, right? Or doing half speed? Hey, where are you? Oh, there, oh, now, okay. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, interesting coloring of the ground, but that's true to life. That really is the way. You see the country from up here. Fuel saving glider mode, yeah. Ghost, no, you won't. So let's check the fuel situation. Currently we have 14.4, and we just passed Apmin, and we had 14.6 tons. Apmin was at 38. So that was 28 minutes after departure. Let's have a look here. Man, I'm glad for the autosave, not gonna lie. Oh, we don't have any... we've got one checkpoint at Eknom. We'll check Eknom then, once that comes around. Yeah, okay, so little story, real world story coming back. So as we were flying back, where's my... How do I get rid of the... Oh, there we go. So as we're coming back towards the central part, so as we were avoiding some thunderstorms here, right? We got a call from another aircraft that was on a similar routing. Now, they were flying a little bit more west. But they said to us, if we had information about an airspace closure between Niger and Algiers. All right, so this part here where we went through. All right, so the thing is, again, guys, this is Tripoli airspace, right? Tripoli is a no-fly zone for us. All right, so so they had information that this whole airspace here, right? So this was closed. So they were already looking into rerouting around Niger airspace. Right now, I think you can see the fact that if you try that, obviously you will not reach your destination with the fuel that you have in your tank, right? That's a huge detour. So that would have meant a fuel stop somewhere in Spain, or maybe even Marrakesh or Casablanca, even maybe. So that would have had a huge implication for us, huge. So imagine, you're sitting here sipping your coffee, right, just avoiding thunderstorms, okay, and then you get a call from another aircraft. If we were aware of an airspace closure. So we have obviously a special dispatch office that we can call over sat phone. So we have a telephone line over satellite. So what we do here in the menu, right? We've got sat phone. We then go here, right? Select sat phone, and then select. We have a phone book, right? And we have a phone book, and then we can quickly call up our office there to get support. So they said, we're on it. Give you call back in about 10 minutes, okay? So we were like, good God, right? We already, in our minds, going through options, right? So even though, we still had good hope that it would clear up. And 10 minutes later, luckily, we got a call that it was only affecting aircraft that were landing or departing in Algiers. So any aircraft that was, planning to land in Algiers or departing out of Algiers, crossing through the Niger airspace, they would be, they would not be allowed to pass, all right? Don't ask me why. I don't know if it had political reasons, whatever, right? But, so, we were happy that, in the end, it didn't apply for us, and we were able to fly through that airspace, right? Even though it was just a small portion. It wasn't even the big portion that we flew through, but again, it would have had a huge impact on our operation that night. So guys, what do you think about our duty time? All right, 3 pilots. What would you expect maximum duty time for us as an enlarged flight crew? Yeah, that's the thing, Ghost. No holiday. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, maximum. Yeah, we have a telephone number in the aircraft. Yeah. No, much longer, Voyager. No, much longer. Yeah, 16 hours, or 16 and a half hours actually we had. Yeah, 16 hours. Hey, Pilot 19, hello. So since we are enlarged, it means we can have a break in flight, right? So we have a rest time in flight. And because of that rest time, we have an extended duty time up to 16, I think it was actually 16 and a half hours that night. So the flight time from Cape Town back to Frankfurt was about 11 hours 15. So even a huge detour with a fuel stop of about an hour on the ground would have meant we could still have potentially legally reached Frankfurt, although I would have to check, because in that case it would be 2 flights, not just 1 flight. It would be 2 flights. And so if you have 2 flights, it can have an effect on the max duty time. So so that's something you would have to consider if you do that. But I think it would have worked out. No. So for the rest, you have to have a proper rest area for that. There are clear and strict rules where you can actually get some sleep. It does not mean napping time in the flight deck. That doesn't count. No, there's clear regulations what kind of rest space you have to have available for you so that you can get some sleep. Hey Bruno Mesquita, so you're flying route Luanda, Cape Town, 10 years, and it's a beautiful, yeah, I can imagine. So Bruno, I was saying initially at the beginning that, yeah, I was actually, I've flown many times over Africa, and not once in daytime, it was always nighttime. Both ways, always nighttime. I've got a little town down there. Lol. Quite a lot of wind. Look at that drift. Do you have moments on long haul when you don't want to sit anymore? Yeah, groovy. I mean, you do get up from time to time, just stretch your legs. And it's also a good thing to stretch your legs from time to time. Just get the blood circulation flowing. So what a lot of pilots do, we get up and we do some squats. Right? Just, just loosen up, do some squats to get the circulation flowing. No, I'm flying on I flew the 747 when I was a first officer, and now I'm flying the 787 as a captain. Yeah, Ghost. We have we can put our feet up here as well. We don't have those fancy footrests there, but there is like a little footrest rail, if you like. But yeah, you do have the yoke. Right, that's in the way. I will say that. So definitely, again, ergonomically, I mean, this is much more comfortable than a Boeing cockpit for sure. Now, I'm not going to lie, so at my age, at 55 years old, now I tried to rest prior to the return flight. I did get some little nap just before pickup, but I had the last break on the way back, and I had a 3-hour break. However, I only managed to sleep like half of that time, so 1.5 hours.
Ladies and gentlemen,
hey stick figure,
welcome
back.
Captain Black Box infotainment experience. New subscribers should now pick up their pass to first class. Thank you. Thank you,
stick figure. Thank you so much. Yeah, I had like 1.5 hours sleep, and then I had to wait 3 hours for my flight back to Bremen. So I got back at noontime, which meant I was like up for almost 24 hours, just a little nap in between. And so yesterday I was so tired, but I tried to avoid sleeping too long in the afternoon here. So I set my alarm clock, and then last night I slept 8 hours straight, really good deep sleep. However, I got up this morning, and I just felt completely derailed still. I just felt so tired. And so even 2 cups of coffee didn't really help. Hey, Dynam, thanks so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard the Captain Black Box infotainment experience.
Thank you very much for your support.
Subscribers
Welcome.
should now pick up their pass to first class. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dynam, for the tier 1 here. Much appreciated. Yeah, so then I went back to bed again. I slept for another 2 hours. So it was almost noontime. Then I felt a little bit better. Gute wie. I felt a little bit better after that. And then I tried to solve the issues with Microsoft 2024. And I just couldn't solve them. I was getting so upset, and then I just went cycling. Because the sun was shining. I just went for 1.5 hour cycle ride just to get circulation going, and I feel better now. So, but again, it's so tiring. It really is. And the thing is, I only have like minimum rest time. So tomorrow I've got to go back to Frankfurt for early shift standby on Saturday. So not much rest time at the moment. How do you manage to commute? Yeah, well, Ghost, I try to arrange flights. So usually I try to fly. You take a flight. But that's very time consuming because very often you would have to wait 2, 3, 4 hours sometimes to get a flight. So that's really one of the main reasons why I want to retire now. It's not because I don't hate work or anything like that. I like flying, but the thing is that there's so many other aspects. You know, being an airline pilot and commuting for me is one of those aspects that I've gotten so tired of because it's so time consuming. Right, that I just don't want to do that anymore, honestly. Damn, you're a bit jealous. Currently sick at home. Oh no. Yeah, I hope it's nothing too serious, damn it. Hope you recover really well and really fast. Yeah, and then Ghost, you have these odd days sometimes. You know, you wait for 3 or 4 hours. You go to the gate. You know, looking forward to board the plane to get home, and then suddenly there's an announcement saying your flight is delayed by an hour, or maybe even sometimes I've had, you know, your flight's been cancelled. Right, winter time or in summertime thunderstorms. You know, it's not completely unusual that you know, that the flights within Germany, they can get cancelled really quickly. Or it can happen that the flight is completely fully booked. And then, you know, you may have like a Canadair with only one jump seat, and then you don't even get a jump seat, right? So they have to wait for the next flight, another 3-4 hours wait. Again, you know, luckily it doesn't happen often, but sometimes it happens, and it's these moments where it just really wears you down. Hey, Franz. Hey, okay, buddy. Okay, good, buddy. I was going to ask you, can we split the 50 euros? Would you be okay for that? So we do one 25 euro here on Twitch and one 25 euro voucher on YouTube. So these will be vouchers. Let me see. Can we do any builds voucher? So either Sim Market or any builds, or thank you much, buddy. All right, we'll do 2 vouchers then. Does Xbox Hacks have? Hang on, I'm sure I did on the Christmas stream. What do we do there? Did we do Xbox as well? Vouchers? Can't remember. Look, documents. Quickly check here. So guys, just that those that are joining now, so our good friend Buddy, Buddy93 here on Twitch, he's got his birthday today, so again, big round of applause again. Happy birthday. And he gifted 50 euros for giveaways, and so we'll do 2 25 euro vouchers. Let me have a look. Yeah, so this is what we had in on the Christmas streams. So we should be able to have either Xbox, indie builds, or Sim Market. Steam, I'm not so sure if they have 25 euro vouchers on Steam, but yeah. So let's say either Xbox, indie builds, or Sim Market. So one of those 3, okay? Hey, Mate, buonasera. Yeah, that's true, Avenger. But Buddy has been, you know, he's been here right from the start when I started streaming, and Buddy has has given much to this community. So, buddy, once again, thank you so much. No, so Matteo, the only thing I'm really looking into right now is actually going back to GA flying. So, you know, small aircraft, just private flying, no more, you know, commercial, no. I'm going to try to keep my my IFR rating or instrument rating. That I'm going to try and do. But otherwise, yeah, commercial flying, no, I'm gonna quit that. Bruno used to fly the 737 and now on the A350. Nice. You gotta love the aircraft, right? I mean, yeah. I mean, the 350 obviously is a beautiful aircraft as well. Very modern, right? Are you planning to do more streaming when you retire? Well, what I would like to do is do some regular streaming. So like, you know, at least 3 times a week, but at regular times. And then, but also I'm looking into maybe some vlogging, so vlogging, you know, flying Cessnas and so on. Ghost, really? No, don't worry about it. Okay, guys, let's do it now, shall we? So let me prepare the bots here. So let's do, first of all, let's do. Well, actually, we'll do it at the same time, okay? And if you have, if you got a, you know, a membership on both sides, so anybody can join. You don't have to be subscriber or anything. But if you have an account at YouTube and Twitch, feel free to join both sides. But we'll start it at the same time. So giveaway, we'll have so prize a voucher from Buddy. Everyone is allowed to join.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel.
Hello, Harry.
Experience. Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks, and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Good evening, Captain. Very best wishes to you.
Hey,
Hope
Harry.
you are doing great.
I'm doing well. Just a bit tired, but otherwise I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Harry, same for you. I hope you're doing well. Any flying? Because the weather is beautiful lately, isn't it? Any flying for you? Look at the countryside here. Isn't that beautiful? That's incredible. Gorgeous. That's really kind, buddy. That shows you. And again, buddy, we talked in private the other day. So again, I wish you all the best because I know that you're currently looking for a job, and so I hope something will come around the corner very, very soon. That you get your deserved job. You know, you've studied very hard for a very long time. Oh, no, you moved out from your home? Okay. So currently you don't have time for flying. Yeah, it is expensive still, isn't it? Yeah, keep your fingers crossed, Harry. All the best wishes. Hope you get back to the skies again soon, yeah. But I know, I'm assuming going to be studying as well now, right? So it does take some time. But it'll be worth it in the end. It will all be worth it. Okay, so we are going to start the giveaways in a couple of seconds. Once they're started, I will tell you when it's started. Once it's started, you have to type !win. then you'll be joining the list of potential winners. But be aware, it doesn't help you if you type in 3 or 4 times. It doesn't help, okay? Because once your name is on the list, it's on the list. It doesn't help if you type it several times. All right, so going to open the giveaway here on Twitch, and this is the one on YouTube. !win. Your chance to win a €25 voucher. Why is... Oh, there we go. It's working on... hang on. It's working on... Why isn't it working on YouTube? Guys, okay, hang on. On YouTube, so continue on Twitch. That's fine. Twitch is working. YouTube isn't working. Let me just check why it's not working on YouTube. Hang on. I guess I'm not connected for some reason. Hang on. Right, let me try that again. Hold on. Giveaway. Open. Right, there we go. Now it should be working. Guys, go ahead and type in !win on YouTube as well. It should be working now. There we go. It's just a bit time delay, but here we go. So Abiomar, Dynam, DD6D. All right, so it is working as well now. Okay. So you guys can see that. So this is YouTube. And here we have Twitch. So both sides are now working. Let me put that up here. Yeah, Crown, you're also in there. Welcome. !win. All right, cool. Beautiful. !win, not just exclamation mark. The Burko !win. So this command here, !win, that will then mean you'll be joining. There we are. Yeah, Burko Fly, you have joined as well. Your chance to win a voucher. Fantastic. Now we got some clouds coming in. So this is the new cloud cover. At least some strato. Strato cloud there. Guys, I'm just going to get myself another cup of coffee to stay awake for the landing, okay, while the aircraft is flying beautifully here. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Guys, hang on. No, I made myself something to eat as well. Made myself a sandwich. Huh? Traffic, what? You guys trolling me? Oh, drop percent. Right, then let's finish the giveaway. So we have lots of people joining here on Twitch. So give me two more minutes. Some people here on YouTube as well. Fantastic. Some cheese sandwich. Yeah, Avenger, right. As if, right. Thank you much. Yeah, I came home from cycling and I literally just went straight up to the office, started the stream. Never ever. Yeah, right. No, nothing fancy, nothing fancy. Okay, guys, shall we close the giveaway then? So what I need to, guys, whoever wins, so on YouTube, the winner will have to contact me on my business email, which I will post, and on Twitch, it would be great if you could quickly then private message me. That would be the easiest. Well, that's a bigger meal, isn't it? Cordon bleu with fries. Oh, sounds lovely though. Oh man, guys, hang on. I can't show it here, but we had steak. Obviously, being in South Africa, we had steak, and man, beautiful. It just tastes so good. I don't eat much meat here in Germany because I'm not really too fond of the quality of the meat that we have here. But man, South Africa, that was amazing. Maybe because I didn't refile it again. Maybe that's why it doesn't show up, Ghost. But I did. Okay, so let's close the giveaway here. Giveaways are closed. And so on Twitch, let's see who wins on Twitch. We've got to pick a winner in 3, 2. Before we do that, though, once again, big thank you to Buddy, right, for gifting the €25 vouchers each on Twitch and YouTube. So 3, 2, 1, and the winner on Twitch is HD Simulation. Hey! So HD Simulation. Let me give you a quick shout here. HD Simulation. There he is. Yeah, so HD Simulation, could you quickly whisper me? I'm just going to write congrats and then maybe whisper me here on Twitch. So just to make sure that I get the right name. Not rigged. No, it's not rigged. Yeah, just type hello, just wait. Hang on. Hold on. Right, I just sent you a message, HD Simulation. Can you maybe reply on that message? That would be great. That way I know that it's you. So on YouTube, the winner is 3, 2, 1. The winner is Jakob H. You have won. And Jakob H, if you could be so kind, contact me on my... Oh, I've not figured that. Is there a way to private message someone here on YouTube? So Jacob, if you're still here, just type hello quickly in the chat here, and then. Yeah, QWERTY moves, that is tough luck. That is tough luck, but that's just the way it is sometimes. So HD simulation, I would need to know from you if you want a voucher for Xbox, for indie builds, or for Sim Market. There's an alt button on the FCU. Correct. Here it is, at least, yeah. All right, we're going to start a descent here in a minute. So look out below, Ghost. Here we go. So we've got descend alt blue, 200 initially. Okay, HD simulation, perfect. Yeah, that's a good question. Why so early? Hang on. Yeah, you're right. 200 miles to go. Huh? Yeah. Okay. Let's level off 300 initially. Yeah, that's true. That is a bit early. Okay, HD simulation. Thanks a lot. Got your details. I'll send that voucher for Sim Market over as quickly as I can. And still waiting on a word from Jacob. Jacob, are you still in here? Yeah, I have no idea why that. We even have headwind components, so that it should not definitely not descend that early. Really strange. How many miles is Airbus away from here? Okay, so Jacob, let's see how we do this. Jacob. Right, let me have a look here if I can. So Jacob, because I know that people, there's just sometimes I get contacted obviously by people that are not Jacob or not the winner. But if you go, let me see if I can find you on YouTube and then send you a private message there. Let's see if that works. Okay, Jacob, that's even better. Yeah, if you're on my Discord, can you quickly say hello on Discord then? That makes it a lot easier. Okay, so I can definitely see that map enhancement still works really nicely. Love that. Yeah, Jacob. So if you could be so kind, Jacob, and just let me know if you want a voucher, Xbox, SIM market, or any builds, and then I need an email address. That's all I need, and then I'll get that to you as quickly as possible. Yeah, Peter, I just whispered you a message. So you should see if you up the whisper prompt. So normally, Peter, on the top right corner, it will have like a chat symbol, and on that chat symbol, you will then see a little button now. The map enhancements is a download. Let me quickly show you a link. So what I did is I looked into YouTube for some videos, and then there's a tutorial, or there are tutorials there. With installation guide, etc. Hold on. I'm trying to get a link. Right, so here's the link to download the and then yeah, watch some YouTube video on it's not very complicated to install that. It's actually pretty easy. Right, 30,000 feet. Here we go. And again, I mean, look at the ground here. Textures, incredible. And once again, big thank you to Buddy who gifted those 2 vouchers. Again, Buddy's birthday. He's only 21 years young now.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience. Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Hello Black Box and friends.
Hello, Sim Caesar. Sim Caesar. How are you, Caesar? I hope you're doing well. Big shout out. 75 months. Good God. Guys, if you don't know Sim Caesar yet, please check his channel here on Twitch. He streams regularly, does some really cool stuff, and knows a lot about the US flying on the West Coast there. Sim Caesar, I hope you're doing well. Hope the family is all well. Yeah, so as you can see, we're in X-Plane 12. I'm not sure if you tried 12.2 yet, but although I had to crash the desktop earlier, but apart from that, it runs beautiful. And I think I would definitely be ready for a shared flight in the near future. Hey B441, yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing a shared flight soon. What I have to do maybe is set up a separate channel on my Discord for shared flight requests, so that people that do want to do shared flight with me here in X-Plane, they can give me a shout on that channel, and then we can arrange something. Weather should be beautiful. I mean, let's have a look here. So let's do this here. Yeah, so Ghost, I am going to try your controls with other German pilot, also a streamer on YouTube, Captain A320, very well known personality there. And so I'm going to try to do your controls now. Yeah, the thing is, I've not heard that many good things about your controls, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, so on shared flight, the failures and the Toliss, let's say, they do work. Yeah, they do work. Absolutely. Let's have a quick look. So we have current weather for Cape Town. Look at that. They got variable 3 knots. We can actually do that RMP approach then. Runway 01. So slight change of plans then. I mean, there's no control, so that means we're not going to be disturbing anyone. So let's try that again. Cape Town. Only one that works pretty good on is the Flyby. Really? Okay. It's kind of weird, isn't it? Maybe the other add-ons are too complex regarding the data refs. So real quickly, if we do 01, I think there was a Yankee approach here. It looked really interesting. So this is an interesting approach, Yankee. What about the Zulu approach? Zulu 01. Oh, no, this looks good. Yeah. This is guys, this is the approach, guys. So Ghost, that way we're going to fly over the okay, I have to look. Is it table roof or tabletop mountain in English? Oh, it's just Table Mountain. Yeah, Table Mountain. How do I get tabletop? No, so just Table Mountain. All right, so Table Mountain. That's what it's called. It is a very flat kind of mountain, but beautiful. Right. So that way, we're going to fly over Table Mountain, and do the approach then. Sounds like a plan. Peter, you found it? Okay, cool. Yeah, we can do that. Addons and then Duglu. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, so let me program that really quickly. So let's do flight plan, arrival. Let's do... hang on. Arrival. There we go. Zulu 01. Approach via Duglu. Insert. So then, if we do Addons Duglu, and then it's going to be Duglu, Charlie Tango 534. We have to maintain 61. Okay, 6,100. Yeah, 61 is correct. Transition is 7.5. So let's put that in here. 7.5. And that way, it should say 6.5 above, correct? Or 6.1 above, correct? Then towards Charlie Tango 532, we'll descend down to 4,700 or above. And then we have 530 overfly at 3,400. And then mandatory is the final approach point, 528, exactly at 3,000 feet. Now I'm going to put here 160 knots because I do want to be slower for the final turn. And then we've got, we have 528, 500, and then runway 01. And the missed approach is 402, 406, overfly, Duglu, and we're climbing 6,100 feet again. Perfect. So that's looking good. So QNH is 1014. Temperature is 18. The wind is variable 3. All right, so there you go. Variable 3. The minimums. I'll have a look at that in a minute, Ghost. Let me just check the minimums here. Minimums cut for the El Navina. Yeah, we should be doing. Yeah, 4.5% should be easily. Neo 330 light. Yeah, so we take. We can even do 5%. Yeah, for sure. Anti-ice off. That's all done. Config full for the turn. Yeah, look at that. 7.5% engine out gradient. So absolutely perfect. All right, so we'll take the lower one, Delta, for the big aircraft. 470 feet is the bar row minimum there. Config full. Yeah, regarding energy management, so looking at the turn here, 3D read down, yeah, I mean, Probably, I'll tell you what, maybe config 2, and then as you start your descend, put the gear out, and then in that turn, get the final configuration there. Yeah, that's
Welcome
fine.
aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel.
Hey, NDF. Oh, beautiful, look at this.
Subscribers,
Oh my
please
god,
make
look
your
at
way
that.
to the first
That's
class
brilliant.
cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks, and premium flight
So
entertainment
now,
will be
though,
served.
let's descend
Thank you.
down to 180. So MDF, thank you so much for the 36 months. That's 3 years. Big round of applause. Wow, that looks so beautiful.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch
Crazy.
channel subscriber experience.
And Brennard, wie
Could
geht's?
new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks, and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Hey Captain Black Box and fans. Good evening. Glad to know you for already 93 months. Smile.
Brennard, vielen Dank. And again, thanks for your support. Thanks for your friendship, Brennard. And also thanks for the generosity that you've shown many, many times. And then, of course, also thank you so much for organizing all these group flights for us and the work that you've done on the One Engine Out website. Thank you so much, Brennard. And I'll be ready in about 20 minutes, hopefully. Thank you much, Brennard. Wow, look at the terrain there. Incredible. I'm not even using the highest level of detail levels here for the ground textures. Yeah, so you can see now, so we came from the north, and let me have a look where we are right now. Organizers, anybody who has been using Fly Smarter, now you have a coverage of 73,000 runways. That's a lot. Blimey. That's a hell of a lot. So now we're a little bit high in the profile. Let's have a look. 60 miles, 18,000 feet. Yeah, we should be all right. We should be all right. Yeah, like I said, I don't know what happened today with Microsoft 2024. I just can't get it running today. I think it's something to do with some scenery or some add-on that suddenly become incompatible. But it is kind of weird, yeah. Company message. Let's have a look. Company message. Atsu. AOC received messages. But I think those are just the weather infos, right? Look here. Yeah, there we go. That was it. Hey, Nate. Greetings. How are you? I mean, yeah, look at the scenery. Again, you know, if you've flown here, IRL, it's just absolutely beautiful. Incredible ridgeline there. So nice. So it's a bit hazy downstream there. So what you can see already here, look at that. That's Table Mountain there. And so the ridgeline here, that's the one I actually took a photo of as we approached from the north. So this one here. But I mean, you get the impression, right? Oh. We need to descend further. 110. Quick speed brake. Speed brake descend. Let's go. Yeah, nice. So that's Table Mountain there. Beautiful. Yeah, so beyond that ridge line, going towards Cape Town, it does become a lot flatter. And yeah, you got some agriculture going on. Nice.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience. Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Hey, Friesenbeton.
Right in time for the landing in one of the most beautiful places I know.
It is indeed. Friesenbeton. Vielen Dank. Thank you so much for 16 months. Brilliant. It is. Really, really beautiful. I'm just having a look at the names. So we have so it's the Cape of Good Hope. So if you look past here, so it's Table Mountain. It's a bit hazy, but further down here. Down there you got the Cape of Good Hope, and that's where I made some absolutely beautiful pictures. For example, this one here, right? That was a bay. So we drove on the street at the coastline there, and you know, some of these beaches, so they look like you know, out of a movie set or something. It's just unbelievable. Tremendously beautiful, and then there was another coastline yeah, with kind of rough waves, bit misty. And again, right at the Cape of Good Hope there, kind of a secluded beach line there. Incredible. Again, it's so beautiful. Definitely, it's autumn time down there now. Autumn time. Madeira, yeah, that's on the bucket list, Brenold. Absolutely. Right, 6,100, down we go. And let's put that to 1014, I think it was. Hang on. 14. Yep. Then we got landing lights on, street lights on. Cape Town traffic, Springbok 711 is approaching Duglu for an RMP approach runway 01 in Cape Town. So 250 knots, 6,100 feet. Oh, you didn't hear that? I'm on COM 1 for sure. It does show transmit. Testing 1 2. Voyager next stream. I've got standby duty, so it will be next week sometime. I have to write down exactly when, but you can imagine that it doesn't make much sense if I don't know exactly when I'm home. Yeah, there we go. So you can see that's like downtown Cape Town here at the harbour area, but Cape Town goes all along here. So it's a huge... The airport actually is here. There's the airport. There's the airport there. Now you heard it? Okay, good. All right, now you heard that. Cool. Let's read a checklist. So we are in a approach checklist. BARF 1014 is set. Seatbelts on. Minimum bar row 470 feet. Auto brake will do low. And engine mode selector is normal. Brilliant. And there's a table mount there. Table mount, obviously, because it looks like a tabletop, right? So, or table mountain. Completely flat on top there. Really, really nice. Landing performance, we need about 2,000 meters roundabout. So that means that we will vacate the runway Echo, maybe. If not, we'll take the crossing runway and then back to the apron. But Echo should be reachable, to be honest. Yeah, the stadium here, huge stadium. We're currently flying towards what's the island called here? There was a prison on the island here. That's somebody from the crew went there actually. It's called Robin. So Robin Island. Sorry, it's Robin, not Ruben. It's Robin Island, and they had a prison there. And I can see the prison there. Beautiful. Now, 6,100 to maintain. I'm going to start slowing down here. Let's do 220 knots. Yeah, Mandela was in prison there, correct? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Tyler, hello. Picking up this bird. Let me land right now, Tyler. I mean, obviously the textures, they are still not really as good as they should be, right? So I do have some problems with the textures as well. I think they could really improve on that. But otherwise, I mean, The flight feel is great. Really enjoy flying this, hand flying this. Coming up. So we'll dial in now the final descend point at 3,000 feet. So we have Alt Magenta, 3,000 feet. And let's put flaps 1. Speed check flaps 1. Yeah, put Ghost. Okay, I'll try. Very beautiful. All right, so you can see on this side here, there's a cable car that goes. They have huge round kind of carts that go up there. You can actually see the cables, or at least on the picture there. So from there up, and then you can walk around on top here and enjoy a beautiful view all sides. So this side, you can see towards Cape of Good Hope down there. It's also a very, very nice place. Actually, that's where the restaurant is that we had dinner. But yeah, you can see the coastline. And that was the bay. The picture I showed you there with the bay, that was here. I think it was called Houghton Bay or something. All right, let's get ready for the next descend here. And there, hang on. Let's just wait a second until we pass that waypoint, and down we go. Descent Alt Magenta 4,700. Yeah, this is a very scenic arrival indeed. And again, you know, Table Mountain, absolutely gorgeous. I'll show you some pictures that I took from the top of the mountain there in a minute. And now I can see the rest of Cape Town, huge area. Now here somewhere there is a vineyard. I think it's this one here, probably. This, yeah, I think this is the vineyard we're at for some wine tasting. Very nice. Here comes flaps 2. Speed is checked. Flaps 2. Getting ready for that final turn. 17 distance. Yeah, looking good. Amazing. Yeah, here, I think somewhere here we also had a lunch. Really nice. So that's a national park there, all the way to the southern tip there. Yeah, you too. Rondebosch. Okay. Yeah, again, it's so beautiful. Really nice. Okay, down we go. And the important thing is we have to reach 3,000 here at this point. This is really important to get into the final approach mode. So here on this beach, they have some very, very colorful beach houses or beach kind of huts. I think they're right there. We didn't go there because we ran out of time at the end, but absolutely beautiful. Look at that. I think that's the airport there. Beautiful. The hike, well, actually, we drove. Well, the hike that we did was about an hour 30, so not that long, really. I think it's Let me do open descend here. I think it's getting a bit high in the approach there. Because again, we need to get down to 3,000 feet here. Gears coming down. Yeah, so now we just about make it. Because we need that VDEF bar centered. And then we can press the approach button. Here we go. Approach. So we've got speed, final app. Speed brakes in. And then we can dial in 6,100 again for the missed approach. As we come around the corner, that should be the airport there. Alright, I can see a ghost behind me there. The ghost behind me. Cupinato, welcome back. Right, just in time, exactly. Right, gears down already. Let's do flaps 3. Speed check, flaps 3. Speed managed. And flaps full. Speed checked, flaps full. That done. The rest of the items now.
2,500
is checked. And the landing check is to go. Recross the coastline here. Right on track. About 6 miles, 1,800 feet. Looking good. Looking good. Lemon Cornflakes, thanks for the raid, guys. Welcome. We are on X-Plane 12.2 in the Toliss A330NEO on our way to Cape Town, doing the RMP Zulu 01 Cape Town traffic. Springbok 711 is turning final 01 in Cape Town. Big shout out to Lemon Cornflakes. Hope you had a good stream. You tried the very same, but the approach mode. Okay. Was the VDEF bar centered, Reynolds? That's very important. So, cabin to go. Right, landing checklist. Ikamimo landing, no blue. That's the landing checklist complete. As we turn on to final, and look at that. Oh, 18 knots crosswind from the right. I didn't expect that. Variable 3 on the ground, 1,000 checked. Surprising, a lot of crosswind there. Golly. You just smashed into the runway in Stuttgart. No worries, I do smash some landings. At least in the sim, luckily not so often in IRL. That would be very embarrassing. IRL. Alrighty, let's have a look. Well, the runway lights are a bit misaligned. That's a bit weird. This is payware scenery from Is it FSDG or something? I think so.
500
100 above.
400
Okay, slightly low.
Minimum.
Continue.
300 200
Path again. It's a 60-meter wide runway.
100 50 40 30 20
Retard.
10
5.
Ooh, safe that one. Are we down? I'm pulling full left rudder. It's like X-Plane 12 crosswind again. Blimey, I don't know, it's still so strong. Alright, brake low. Yes, spoilers were up. It's just one of those things in X-Plane 12, they can't get that thing fixed. It's so annoying. So when you have strong crosswind, you know, full rudder input, and it's still, you can hardly keep the center line. Yeah, the triple click, Brennelt, because it went from final approach mode into heading and vertical speed. So once you pass the missed approach point, the modes change. And Cape Town traffic, Springbok 711, runway vacated. So let's have a look at Ghost's landing here. Just going to stop quickly here, set the park brake. There's some birds there. Oh. Ah, there he is, just in time. Look at that. Here's Ghost. I want to show his landing. Oh, someone else coming. Nice. Cool. Come on. No pressure. Ah, beautiful. Ah, he's greased it. Nice, Ghost. GG's. You definitely did not slam it. Yeah, HD simulation. I have a feeling that X-Plane does simulate aerodynamically, you know, the crosswind affecting this huge rudder portion, right? A lot more than smaller aircraft. So that's my theory. So that's why, you know, if you have crosswind here in X-Plane 12 with these kind of huge control surface areas, Abimar, a bit curious, when you have such large crosswind, do you tend to rely more on visual? Yeah. I mean, the flight directors are good until, let's say, you know, 50 feet or something. But then, of course, you know, once you get into the flare, you look outside. You don't watch the flight directors anymore. Thank you much, HD Simulation. I mean, it is beautiful regarding, you know, the ground textures and so on. But yeah, this scenery isn't optimized for X-Plane 12 yet. You can see it needs some remodeling. All right, runway should be clear, right? So let's do the rest of the items here. We'll have a look at the replay. Brennelt, I hope you're still good on time. Hurry up, but I do want to have one replay, or maybe two. And HG Simulation, once again, congrats, and I'll get that voucher to you as quickly as I can. So I think Alpha 7 was a... So I'm not seeing any landing lights from the other flight. Where is it? I hope it's landed. Did I miss a landing? No. Let's go Alpha 7 here. Off. Let me have a quick look at the tower real quickly. Oh, there he is. No, he's still far out. That's fine. He's still a bit out. We can park the aircraft. There he is. No, not 12. Let's say 3 replays, Brennel. Okay, 3. 3. Should be all right. Yeah, but otherwise, I have to say 12.2 is running very nicely, and you can see lighting-wise, it's still not perfect, but it has become, yeah, just a tad better now. And performance, also great. I have no problems whatsoever with the performance here. Very smooth. Quite enjoyable. So we even have a docking system working. Very nice. But hang on. I'm just going to check where's the other traffic. Okay, cool. Ah, there we go. 17 meters, 16 meters, 14. Four, three, two, stop. There we go. Perfect. All right. That on. Just in time to watch the landing. Oh, he's still a bit out. Okay. Let's do a couple of items here. Beacon, seatbelts, AP plate. All right, come on. And then we get ready for a replay. Yeah, so yeah, this looks really nice. I'm just looking at my from my monitor here. Lots of autogen, lots of buildings, trees, and I do like the lighting as well, 100%. Right, there we go. And again, sunset, Table Mountain there in the distance. How was the flight, Philip? Nice. I mean, I had one crash to desktop. I don't know why exactly, but there was one. But because of the autosave function, it took like 5 minutes. We were back in cruise level. So all good. Nice. Minus 82. GG's. GG's. I don't know how much I had, but... And also, I didn't look at the wind display during touchdown, obviously. I was busy looking at other things. Yeah, also nice touchdown. You're trying to regain the center line. Come on, careful. Yeah, nice. Nicely done. Well done. Welcome. Oh, that's really nice, Philip. Thank you so much for the kind words. Thank you so. And you're the raid leader. Thanks for the raid. Really kind. Thanks for your kind words. Much appreciated. So really quickly, I'm going to log off here. So Ghost, thank you for joining. And the gentleman or lady that joined us here as well. Beautiful. And then let me do a quick replay here. Replay mode. And then let's go here into the flight deck. There we go. All right. So I'm not sure if we get wind data here, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, look at the crosswind. Look at the crab angle. I know, Ghost, it wasn't you. You were right behind me. We saw your landing, Ghost. I mean, look at that crab angle. And then I decrabbed. Actually, too much, really. So I decrabbed a bit too much. And look at the amount of rudder input I have. It's crazy. I mean, you know, I even had differential braking trying to get the aircraft back onto track there. And again, you know, that must have been 15 knots. So imagine if you had 30 knots crosswind, you would not be able to control that. You would not be able to control that crosswind. Axel, thanks for watching. Take care. Crosswind. I had touched down, had to correct for centerline, and then I noticed the nose going way right, and I had to do full left rudder. It's also strange. You see how early with that pitch? Have a look how early the back tires touched down. Buddy, at least 35 knots, if not even 38 knots, I would say. But have a look how early the... and we kind of... It always felt... Yeah, it looked like a bounce as well, which is really weird. I don't know why it would bounce. But have a look here. So we've got full left rudder, right? So that's the thing. So here I'm noticing, right? Correction. And look, now at this point already, I've got full left rudder. And now slowly it kicked in, right? Man, that's, I don't know, a bit strange. Hang on. So one more view from the passenger window there. Okay, so 32 wet conditions and 40 knots, even 40 knots in dry conditions. That's a lot. And now the spoilers came up. Second touchdown there. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not happy with the ground physics at all yet. So there's a lot of things to be done. I would hope they listened or listen to the people like me on that. Well, I mean, you can always try yourself. I mean, you know, be my guest. But there we go. Hey, Pete. Yeah, I don't know yet. I've got standby duty. I've got 5 days standby duty coming up over the weekend and next week. So I'm not sure if I have to fly again from standby duty. Then I don't know when I'm back, because we do have some long rotations at the moment. We've got rotations up to 6 days, so I'm not sure. Yes, we're doing one more flight today. Now we're going to go into Microsoft 2020 on our one engine out. One engine out group flight. So beautiful Ecuador, and flying from Sierra Echo Mike Charlie to Sierra Echo Charlie Alpha. What happened to the jet bridge? Well, it doesn't move here, Brenold, buddy. It doesn't move yet, so it has no function at the moment, I'm afraid. Burger Flyer, my pleasure. Thank you so much. And the same to you, so Burger Flyer. Right, just see I have the data there. Oh, sorry, yeah. So Jacob, once again, Jacob, thank you so much for your taking part in the giveaway, and congrats again, Jacob. I'm going to have your voucher with you very soon. Indeed, indeed. Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks for the support, as always. Much, much, much appreciated. So I'm going to do one more flight now in about 10 minutes' time. Otherwise, for sure, next week sometime. Stay tuned for the exact time soon. Take care, everyone. Good night to you.